Welcome to GameBreakers. My name is Thomas. I am here with Allison, Diamond, and David, and we are continuing A Bard's Tale. This is our 5th edition actual play game. When last we left our intrepid heroes, who wants to recap for us? Everybody looks at the bard.
Well, if you haven't watched last episode, go ahead and go back and learn all the reasons you don't split a party and don't try to do the things that you're not so good at doing, even when you're a little bit good at everything. We split the party.
I think our first mistake was trusting snake people in the desert. But we weren't being racist.
And look what that got us.
I feel like this is going a bad way.
Right.
Lovelace and CliqClaq are on top of a giant worm with a dude.
Underground.
Underground, under the sand.
Yes, you discovered a snake.
Safe.
It's true. I mean, and nice and cool. You discovered a snake person in the cactus forest where you were transported, scouting out a raiding party. She told you that Boronor had led some, as she put it, basically barbarian tribes to assault the city ruled by Duneharrow. And they were off to raid a refugee camp where she was keeping people who had escaped. You agreed to help her, got into it with the raiding party that was a purple worm packed with mummies and a Goliath knight controlling the whole affair, who told you that he served Boronor and that the Yuan-ti had taken someone very valuable to his people and offered to take you to Boronor if you were to help him free the Water Mother. Then you split the party.
And then I pissed off a monk.
Right. You rode the worm to the camp. I tried to talk your way in and rolled poorly.
Rolled initiative instead.
Right. That is where we ended. Was the abbotess's eyes had narrowed, and she'd asked some pointed questions, and then taken a combat stance, and everybody roll me initiative. Even you, CliqClaq.
Cool.
18! Someone on Struana's Twitter feed asked, were there any survivors? When I commented about splitting the party. That was lawful stupid.
Don't get ahead of us.
Yeah.
We are about to find out.
Lovelace and I both got 20s, even though we have different initiative scores.
You continue to be a well-coordinated, well-oiled machine.
Stan, however, was not prepared for this. I got eight in total.
Oh, Stan.
I thought she was gonna win that over.
I thought I was too. I usually don't attempt things I think I'm gonna fail. That doesn't work with the character.
Stan spends the first 12 seconds of combat going, they look mad.
I feel like Struana is like, oh, you know what would be the best story? If I just started crying and she felt really bad for me. On a good roll, it would have been a good story. The whole motivation.
Right? Mm-hmm.
See, most adventurers see what happens, and then they make the story work in retrospect.
Nah.
You're writing a screenplay as you go along.
That's kind of her defining characteristic, yeah.
Yeah. It confuses people when in conversation you go, act break.
Okay. Pretty sure everybody is on the board. Oh, wait. Struana, tell me again what you got.
18.
18. What's your dex mod?
4?
No.
Hmm. 2?
All right. So as we zoom in the camera, CliqClaq, deep underground, still kind of feeling safe, conversing with Ambrock about the nature of things.
I forget he's like Goliath, so the eye line is like this.
Yeah, he's massive. I mean, there's plenty of room. Don't get me wrong. It's very large space that the
And I'm
room
on
has created out of
something, so that would help a bit.
But the your seat on the crab does a lot to even out the eye line.
Mm-hmm.
You, I believe, do you have the thing that lets you know time to the minute?
Is it a actual mechanic thing, like a game mechanic thing?
There's a few feats that'll do it. I know that you have clocks, so you're definitely you know when sunset's gonna hit.
Unless I go stealth, I'm always ticking.
Right?
If that answers your
Basis of
question.
your name.
Like when he goes stealth, he has to turn shit off.
So in what is now the last minute before, as you understand it, your scheduled entry, are there any buffs, anything you want to do on your turn?
I load a alchemist fire into Lovelace's mortar launcher.
Okay.
I mean, I have my bow and arrow out and ready, but that's it.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm just strapped in, waiting for a cue.
Right. Stretching. Okay. Struana. She has taken her stance. It is clear that she doesn't buy it. She's shucking off her robe. What do you do?
It's on now.
Look panicked. Like, there's definitely a look panicked and an eye roll and oh god, I screwed up. And we are all standing right next to each other, right?
All standing right next to each other.
And if I move outside of that like that, that's going to cause a attack of opportunity.
You could take the disengage action. That would be your action.
It's not worth it for a
It's kind of, there's a lot of things that also make you able to disengage, but usually it's an action.
Yeah. My brain has had difficulty picking the right words for things today, which makes, like, confirming a spell does what I think it does difficult. Yep. So I am going to slap Stan with resistance and actually take a good step backwards.
Okay.
What does resistance do?
It gives you an additional D4 for any saving throw of your choice. You
So
can
is that
roll
a-
the die before or after making the saving throw.
Okay, great.
It's like, here you go, buddy. Feel good. Oh,
Yeah.
shucks.
To
And-
recap, the monk takes a combat stance, and you go, "All you, buddy."
I'm out.
No, I'm just getting into better range for me.
Diplomacy failed. You're up.
Lambie,
I mean, I'm not sure what you'd expect. That's what a squishy class does. But I am going to use a bonus action, if possible, to be like, CliqClaq, can you hear me?
that's a free action. 10 words is free.
That's 6. Does the name count as 1?
One.
That's 5.
Only 10 words are free. Less than that costs money.
The more, the less.
Mm-hmm.
Gaming with capitalists. So CliqClaq, can you hear me?
Can I hear her?
Yeah. You can.
Yes.
We're being attacked by
and then shit's going down. So
We're
resistance.
being attacked by, and she cuts out. I'm
Is
sure they're
resistance a bonus action?
Not yet.
Okay.
Whoops!
fine. We're being attacked by, and
Okay. What's your AC?
You're asking me?
Yes.
14. Can I move back as far as I wanted? Like
14?
5 feet. Can I go in a curve line or do I have to go in a straight line? I think it's 14.
Okay.
Yes, it is 14. Like,
All right.
go in a curve line or can I get behind Stan? Is that an option?
You can take your whole movement. I mean, you didn't use a, or you did use a disengage, right?
And I have to re-roll initiative because of that, right?
No.
Okay, then yeah, I just like, nope.
If resistance is a bonus action, then you can use your action to nope, and that will save you some ouch. You can go up to your movement. Anything else on your turn?
I'm want to be like 5 further away than that, but there's not enough map, so just FYI.
Ambrock sees you, CliqClaq, go for your ear and say some words, and he's like, trouble?
she said they're being attacked by, and then she cut out.
Doesn't sound like your ruse worked. And he grabs the reins, gets in the stance behind the creature's head. Hang on. Gives it a pat.
I have a question.
It's not the worm's turn yet, but you can. Yeah.
Are we coming up like on the worm like moray eel style or like SeaWorld Shamu style?
SeaWorld Shamu style. Like.
So we're on the tip being pushed up.
Oh no, sorry. I had a different vision. No, you are mounted behind the head.
Okay. Okay.
The honored ancients or the honored ancestors, on the other hand, are mounted around the jaws.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Changes my
They get picked up through the sand. They were waiting above you. They don't need to breathe, so didn't
Right.
bother. And the worm begins to move.
Dun, dun, dun.
Meanwhile, out in the sunshine, the abatess, from her stance, grabs a little piece of sunshine, and then just moves and does two quick flicks, and you realize that she's had darts in her hand, and there is now a dart sailing directly towards your throat, Struana, and it hits you.
That's very uncomfortable.
Choke on your lies.
For 4 piercing.
Ow.
If you could please now make me a Constitution save. You got a really good look as it was coming in, and there was definitely something coating the needle.
19?
19 will do it.
Dwarf powers!
Yeah.
I'm hard to poison because I do it to myself regularly.
The second one catches you in the hip for another 4 piercing. And another Constitution save.
18?
Good. Keep making those. And
I couldn't use those earlier!
And while almost as part of the follow through, her back arm comes to you, Stan, with an elbow that's going to get followed up by a strike to the eyes.
Monks,
Takes
man.
this one personal.
One of those is a 25. So I think that's going to hit you, right, Stan?
Yeah.
So she comes up with the elbow, and you're right there with the shield. But the next movement, you can see that she doesn't move like a human. You realize now there are some very different anatomy in play in this creature you're fighting. You are going to take 7 damage, and now I need you to make a Constitution save. She poked you right at the base of the neck.
$24?
That'll do it. You
Thank God.
catch your breath, like you oh, I could have stopped you for a second.
Oof.
And then she tumbles straight through your space, Stan. And you're completely faked out by her movement. And she goes straight for Struana. Struana, you will get an attack of opportunity because she didn't make a melee attack against you.
Can I spell an attack of opportunity?
Are you
That's-
a war captain?
No, I didn't know.
Then no.
Like, not even a cantrip? Can't even slap her?
Not even a nothing.
Okay. Well, I do
There's
not
defeat.
have any weapons available to me presently. I would have to draw them. So,
You want to go for a slap fight?
I mean, it
With a
seems
monk?
like a good or terrible idea to try to slap her. But since I have an attack of opportunity, I might as well, right?
Yeah.
Right?
So it comes at you. Phew! I don't even know how to roll that. Sorry. How do you roll in an armor?
D20 plus your strength.
Thank you.
Good.
So, a D20.
And your proficiency.
Oh, hey, okay. Oh,
Nice.
goodness.
That was amazing. So a natural 20. You don't have any of the unarmed stuff, so you do 1 damage. Critical is 2. Hi.
Struana reaches all the way back to the library and just BAM!
Oh, that's brilliant. And then she takes a bonus action as you have made contact, and she is right there with you. She just wraps up your arm, grabs your neck, and you need to make an opposed athletics check. Because she can grapple as a bonus action.
Aw. 15?
You are now restrained. She's got you arm locked and head locked and facing towards Stan.
Remember a second ago when you said, why not?
I don't understand monks, apparently.
And that
You're going to learn.
is the end of her turn. That was all 1 turn of monkness.
Okay.
Gross.
What am I looking at then? Give me a second to see which of mine may only have a voice component. Oh!
And that, finally, is the end of the abbotess's turn. As her free action, she calls out something in a language you don't understand that's mostly hisses and clicks and rattles.
It's parcel tone.
And Struana, I'd like to remind you that when you are within 10 feet of me, you have a +3 to saves. Everybody does.
Oh,
That's good to know.
yes, that'll be
Good
important.
Reminder. I don't think I am within 10 feet of you presently.
You are.
Okay.
As it happens, this character provokes a lot of saves from you guys. So the next thing that happens, you start hearing the tents behind you, those teardrop-shaped tents. You start to hear movement from inside. Stan, what do you do?
That's the question, isn't it?
You could definitely consider holding for my turn.
Holding for your turn? Is that what you said?
You could consider doing it. It'll make it easier if I'm not here.
Are you planning on moving?
Potentially. Let me make sure Dimension Door works how I want it to. Like, nope, it's not how I'm going down. Nope. Yep.
Stan, what's going on? What are you thinking, Stan?
The suspense is amazing.
So, that's an action. Is drinking a potion a bonus action, or is that an action?
It's usually a bonus.
Okay. I'm going to take the potion of giant strength, fire giant strength to be specific. The muscles tighten, making his skin tauter, and he is now 25 strength. And for my action, he'll hold the talisman of Moradin and bless himself and Struana, and I don't know if CliqClaq's in range or not within 30 feet.
No.
No. So just her and me. So we are
All right.
blessed and can make add a 1d4 to an attack or saving throw.
All right. The sigil of Morden flashes. A clear tone of a hammer on metal rings out. You are blessed. Then all hell breaks loose. Are you done? Are you done? Is that the end of your turn, Stan? That was bonus action. Did you have a move?
And the tents are over there, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, is my steed is supposed to be here, right? On the map?
Had you summoned it? I didn't remember
I
if you
believe
were riding it.
we had ridden it to here.
Okay. I believe you. I will add it to the map. Right before all hell breaks loose. For purposes of continuity, you were leading it for the conversation rather than writing it. All right. Where was I? Oh, yes. All hell breaks loose.
Yay!
The worm emerges, and mummies go flying off the top of it in all sorts of directions. Ambrock is riding it up. You crest the dirt and see the camp before you. You have the sort of line that lets you see all of these other things that were hidden.
Well, okay.
Oh,
So, as the worm sinks down, or as the sun sinks down in the east, I've fixed my camera. The worm just bursts up from the ground. It raises itself up a good 50 feet into the air and arches over. Jaws go wide, mummies come raining down off of it. You can see why an empire would be afraid of such a thing. It has enough reach to immediately make an attack, and it will. Because it likes that sort of thing. It goes for the nearest snake warrior, and it's, there's a lot of sand everywhere. It doesn't really have a good line. It gets a mouthful of tent and rips it up and off of it, and you see the guy laying flat on the ground. And the mummies on the natural one, I mean, it's not maybe a perfect tactical entry method, and they're not always spot on it, but at the very least, they are going to engage. So they fan out amongst the tents, basically going in clusters. Shock and awe.
yeah, that's pretty shocking. Mummies are
Right.
raining down.
Whoa. There are attacks.
This is so Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
We are making an Iron Maiden music video presently.
And it's chaos. I mean, the Warriors were prepared. They're not quote unquote surprised, but they were not ready for this. The camp was getting set up, and then it got bad. It got bad fast.
It would be weird if they were ready for this.
Right. Immediately though, from this tent here, Lovelace, CliqClaq, and Ambrock and the worm will need to make a dexterity save. Oh. Well, the worm made it. So, how'd you do?
CliqClaq got a 26.
That'll do.
Lovelace, I feel like I got her bonus wrong. But I'm gonna err on the side of the lower number and say 19.
We'll still do it. But not by quite as much. So you are going to take half of 27. So 13. That catches your paladin or your Goliath friend just full in the face, though. He leaned right into it. Oh.
You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, little red bead shot out of the tent, and it looked like it went right into his ear. And then CliqClaq and Lovelace.
Something just shot at us from where the special things are.
From this tent here, you see that there is a Yuan-ti in there that is dressed differently from the others. Much more robe than armor, if you catch my drift.
Right. All right. Just to test the waters on whatever the hell that thing is, I rip off one of the stars off my robe.
Okay.
And throw it at them.
All right. How many charges? Roll me your damage. That's an auto hit.
Yeah. I think I'm bringing up the info again.
D4 plus 1.
Oh, I forgot my bonus to saves on this with this thing. I'll do 3.
Okay. Roll me your damage.
That's a D4, right?
D4, I think plus 1.
D4 plus 1, yeah. One. Or do I do it 3 times for 3 charges?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, each missile does it.
2, 3, 2, 7 damage.
Okay. Three little beads of force just go streaming directly at him. What? Get off! He seems more annoyed than anything about that.
But they hit him.
Lovelace.
But they hit him. Like they didn't like strike a energy shield or anything.
Nope. They hit him.
Lovelace launches her mortar.
Okay.
Check, it's within range. It's been a while since we've done that. I forget what the.
Your passive perception is high enough. I will bring your attention to this person also in the tent. who's not a snake person. You've never seen or met them before.
Do they look like a captive?
Yeah.
Lovelace is smart. I don't know if she's that smart. I don't think she figures that out yet. So yeah, anchors away. So what is that? Is that just a range attack?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 7. 15.
That will hit.
What's the damage on Alchemist Fire?
I want to say 2d6.
Okay.
It's off the top of my head.
8.
Okay. All right, there is a splash effect. Also, these 2 tents are now on fire.
As directed by Pixbay.
Too much plot.
That's a great way to clear some of it out. Any other actions, bonus actions, move actions? All right. Struana.
Fuck this! I'm going to cast Dimension Door,
Okay.
which is only a verbal component.
All right.
And my Tookus is going... There. Okay. Move there. Like that.
Okay.
There we go.
Move action.
This is basically my turn.
Right.
Just like
Do you have to take a move to go through it, or does it just take you?
It's teleport.
Okay. Stat check.
We did a door last time because it worked for storyline, but the rules specifically say teleport.
Okay.
I like the idea of a door in the sand, but
well, it can be underneath you.
yeah, just whoop, and then the other end is just a little bit in the air, land on my feet, facing sideways for the record, so that I can see this part of the battle as well as what Stan's doing over here.
All right. And because I knew it would come up, I checked, and that does indeed break a grapple. Anything that force basically like creates a different sort of,
It's like, nope.
Thunder wave, anything like
The point
that.
of having this spell is escaping.
Yup. Bonus actions, anything?
Can I see that they're on top of the worm?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
nothing is hidden. It's full sunlight right onto them. It's really majestic. If it was a still shot, it would be beautiful. As it is, holy god.
I am gonna say into the earbud that we have the habitus over here. Yeah.
Okay. Ambrock.
He will also like make sure Stan knows that I'm behind him now.
Okay.
Ambrock will level up his shield and plants his shield on top of the worm and just kind of like rears up, puts his lance on top and aims it a little bit. And he takes a shot from where that fireball popped out. Oh! Well then.
Nice.
So that with the sort of the frantic nature that he's in, fire all around him as he's kind of stepping up to come out of the tent. It's full force right in the bottom of his face. Balls. And that leaves a mark. It like bleaches the scales in that area. And that is all. And now, because they take the longest turns ever, Struana, I need you to make me 2 Constitution saves. The Avitus charges forward, straight at Stan, and on her way, two darts come past Stan. Stan's kind of like, haha, you missed. And Struana says, ow!
Get it. Oh, where are they? Here we go. Ah! So, Stan, I don't have your +10 blessing, but the other thing that you've blessed us with is +4 on any saving throw. Is that correct? Or
+1d4.
1d4.
Okay.
On an attack or saving throw.
Okay.
So that will be 2.
So 18 and 23.
Nice. Natural 20 on the saving throw. That is an excellent use of a natural 20. You can feel like mostly you're just kind of batting them away and getting out before most of the poison can get delivered. But there's like little numb spots around where it gets poked in. Like you can feel the muscles aren't reacting quite as quickly.
This is a minor discomfort, but not yet deadly.
Stan, she gets to you, ducks down and tries to give you 2 quick strikes to the ribs, and it's all metal all the time down there. She is not used to fighting plate mailed opponents. It's like ting ting, yeah. And that is on her way past. She has no desire to get into to stay in melee range with you. She is a mobile combatant, and so she keeps not provoking attacks from you as long as she makes an attack against you. And then she takes a bonus action to grapple Struana. Goes down, comes up like one hand wrapped around. Go ahead and give me
It's athletics, right?
Athletics check.
Yeah.
Well,
Working on it. My
great.
thing is not working. There we go. Yeah, that is correct. Use a 20 for that. How's 21 get me?
21 actually gets it. She was not as on balance as she could have been. She goes down, goes around to wrap up a leg, and you just kind of shake it off. Get up. And that is the end of her turn. Monks, man. Monks. The next thing that happens is warriors emerge and mostly engage the mummies. I do love Roll20's ability for a whole bunch of quick rolls in succession.
Yeah.
And it's I mean, it is a complete melee. It's chaos. It's hard to get focus on how each side is doing. It's everybody was kung fu fighting. Stan.
Yep.
What do you do?
If I mount my elk, can the elk then make a movement with me on it?
Yeah, I will say yes because it's going on your turn.
Yeah, it doesn't have its own separate turn.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, it should roll its own initiative, but we'll do that next round. For now, it's just been waiting for you.
Yeah.
If you want, I would let you do an athletics check to do a ride by mounting. It'd start at full speed, and you'd Legolas up there.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. What could possibly go wrong?
Why would you say something like that? Oh, I got a natural one. Why would you say something like that?
No.
So it's a check. You can't critically fail that. Does any of your bless or resistance, does any of that help with checks? You could still pull this out.
I also have a bardic inspiration die from earlier.
I do have an inspiration die.
And
right. It just seems like such a dumb thing to use it on.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I think he's just gonna not make it.
All right. So
he falls flat on his face.
Well, you are moved a little bit you grab the pommel of the saddle and try to hoist yourself up, and it's just new. Was that with your appropriate strength modifier? Because I know you downed your potion.
Oh. Well, I guess it's 10, and it would be 2 more, so 12.
Okay.
It's not so fantastic.
You're not able to like have the full on charge and everything. Basically your elk kind of has to like pull up short and stop and let you then get the rest of the way on. So that's the end of its movement right there.
Okay.
A 15. You weren't so far.
Can I spend the rest of my move getting on the elk?
Yeah, that's essentially like you make it on.
You just look really derpy for a minute doing it.
Right. Well, and the elk's not going to get its charge. Like you'll still get in. Like you'll still get into melee. It's just you don't have quite as much oomph when you get there.
All right. Well. Yep. Like, well, I hope the bar doesn't put that in the epic.
Oh.
Actions.
Is she grappling Struana currently?
No.
I got lucky. No. as in using the feet this time. Just front of the mill luck.
I
The type of luck that doesn't fail you.
Right. So I can't move the elk, so I'm going to move Stan. I'd like to be, I don't know, like here-ish, and because I can make a shove attack. Yeah, which I keep forgetting. I can make a shove attack when I take in the attack action. That's what
Okay. Oh, shield master or something, huh?
Yeah, that thing I keep forgetting that I'm good at.
You should definitely stay a little bit away. I don't know. You're standing right next to her. It's definitely harder to attack her.
Yeah. I was just finding it in the book, so I make sure I do it right, because it only has a brief mention of it on my sheet. And Thomas, you got Kung Fu Fighting stuck in my head.
I regret nothing.
Name of the episode.
What do you do, Stan?
I will use a bonus action to activate my animated shield,
All right.
and then I'm gonna hit her with my hammer.
I think that's inspired.
So 17. I'm gonna add my 1d4. 4, so 21.
21 hits.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's one-handed.
right. She sees you coming and tries to duck inside your guard, but that is, you got short arms and she didn't expect that.
And I'm going to, oh, let's see. I don't have a lot of spell slots left. What am I going to do here? I'm going to, oh, no, I'm not going to, I don't have that many spells left. I'm just going to do damage. 11. Oh, wait, then that's +2 for my strength modifier. So actually 13.
All right. You solid contact. She rolls with it, but you definitely put a hit in.
And I'm also, because I took an attack action, I can use a bonus. Oh, I already used my bonus action. Never mind. I can't shove. I used the bonus action to activate my animated shield.
Crap. What's that put your AC at, Stan? Just for everybody keeping track at home.
23.
Yes. So, that's all for Stan.
Lovelace's AC is 24.
Don't I get 2 attacks?
Lovelace is a giant
Oh,
crab.
yeah. You have your extra attack.
Correct.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't hit, so never mind.
Doesn't matter.
Whoosh. Misses.
Oh, Stan. Just not getting any luck in. She's fast. And she seems to be not so much like trying to tough it out like the types of fighters you usually see. She's basically watching your movements and basically predicting where you're gonna go. Worm. Has advantage on that first one. Does much better. The worm.
Anyone remember
Worm
the fight
looks down.
between
And just like where one of them is dueling with one zombie, just and he's gone. He's just not there anymore. You see the worm kind of like put its head up and do the little like getting it down. You see some movement, That mummy goes to double team as many other combatants as it can. They don't fight fair. They are dirt kicking and knee grabbing and ball kicking. The mummies are the dirtiest fighters you have ever seen. Honored Ancients is clearly a joke. They're going for eyes. They're going for lips. Any soft tissue, and when they hit, they're like tissue dies around the strike. Like you can see, like, by this point in the battle, a couple of the snakes have begun to have like kind of a rattling cough.
Yeah.
And that is the end of that initiative round. I think we're going to take 5, grab some water, take a moment. This has been, of course, GameBreakers. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit like. If you want to see more when we post it, hit subscribe. And if you want to see it get better, hop over to our Patreon. Help us out. Meanwhile, have a good game.